Hi everyone, welcome back to WHU TV live on Facebook, where we are discussing the fact, hang on, let's get this sorted out. As you can see here, it is England versus Germany in the last 16 on Tuesday night, live on the BBC One, I think it's going to be. Yeah, just Tommy, if you're watching, mate, you called it. You absolutely called it. It should be a 5 o'clock kickoff if I remember correctly. Let me just double check the fixtures here. Yep, 5 o'clock. England versus Germany. Live at Wembley Stadium on Tuesday night at 5 o'clock. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. It was Tommy, as I said, you called it, mate. You absolutely called it. Unreal. Unreal that we are gonna be playing Germany. You absolutely smashed it. Rix has said that it would be good. It'd be a good for fixture for England. It will, hello mate. Yes, it definitely will be. It's what I. Wow, just wow. Honestly, the fixtures tonight were just unbelievably weird, and not to sound too much of a cliche, but it is genuinely why we enjoy football. It really, really is. You know, it's just absolutely bonkers. Both games were draws. I did say that England versus Hungary would be a 2-2 draw. I got that right. Portugal versus France, didn't see that as a 2-2 draw, but it's a very, very, it's a very, very good draw for us. Unbelievable. So, Rick, thank you very much for putting your reaction in the comments, guys. For the 3 other people that are watching on YouTube, please do put your comments as long as they're going to be clean and not deflammatory in any shape or form. But it's just it's unreal. It's absolutely unreal. England versus Germany live at Wembley in the last 16 in the Euros. I can't wait for this. I genuinely can't wait. I think it's going to be an absolutely spot on game. I can't really say much more than that. I'm waiting for other people to chime in. Robert, welcome, mate. 2 good games tonight. Yes, but what are your thoughts on this fixture? Grant E. Carr, thank you very much for following on Facebook, even though you won't see it because this is only going up live on YouTube. I'm fed up with putting broadcasts on Facebook, to be honest with you. Nobody watches them. So, Rick, you're going to have to give us a hand and try and get more exposure for the channel on Facebook. But yes, Robert, give me your thoughts on this fixture. I'm buzzing. I am absolutely buzzing for this. There's no other word for it. I am legitimately buzzing, and I hope you guys will be with us live to watch it from 10 to 5 on Tuesday evening, where we watch the game live and we talk about it. I am so excited. After all the irritation from earlier tonight, I am so excited for this fixture. It's unreal. It really is unreal. But looks like no one else is going to be chiming in. So guys, as always, put your thoughts in the comment section afterwards. And yeah, there's nothing else I can really say. Nobody's talking. So I don't know, maybe it is time for me to step down. I don't know. I ask people to put comments in and they don't. I don't know, maybe it is time for me to step down. I don't know. Anyway, I'll think about that. Anyway, because I'm fed up of putting all this effort in and getting zero return from you guys back. You guys have been fantastic. Don't get me wrong, but I do kind of think that the amount of input I'm getting back, I'm putting in, and the output I'm getting back, and the stress it's causing as well, for that matter. I'm not really sure this is for me anymore. I'm not sure. I don't know. You just knew it. What a game it's been. What do you mean you knew it? You didn't even say. You didn't put down who it would be. You silly bugger. Rob says hopefully a good game with England, with an England win. Yusuf says also Portugal versus France. It's not relevant, mate. We're only talking about this. This is what I'm talking about. This is how much stress this causes. About when I ask you guys to weigh in about this subject, you go off on completely other tangents, which is just not relevant. You know, anyway, I'm pissed off because of what happened earlier. Hopefully we won't get to see that again because I put some bots in. But as I say, guys, this is conversation only about this topic. It's not about anything. This isn't a weekly live chat. But yes, Yusuf, it's not Portugal versus France is completely irrelevant because this is an England focused channel. But yeah, give us your thoughts. Give us your thoughts on it. As I said, there's no point me going on for much longer because he said I knew it. What he knew it? I said I never said I said it. Yeah, I know you did. Well, that's the point. He said I knew it. But if you knew it, you would have said it. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, yeah. I think we'll leave it there, guys, because there's nobody's actually commenting enough. Unfortunately, I did say again in the weekly live chat. I did say tonight we would have it straight after the round. You said I've already answered that. Robert's asking a good question about relevance to the fixture. It's quite nice that someone's actually bothered to do that. What would be your team to face them? Oh, that's a very, very good question. I did say Pickford would have to remain in goal. I did say that. Also, for that matter, I would stick with the back four that we had previously. Rick says, just don't go into penalties. Let's win it in the 90 minutes. Good point. I would keep the majority of the lineup against the Czech Republic. I would do that, but I would drop Kane. I would have Calvert-Lewin in there, along with Foden and not that Grealish did anything wrong in any shape or form. I'm sure Grealish will start. I'm sure Rice and Phillips will start. I reckon either Rice and Phillips or Rice and Henderson. It's going to be one of the two. But for me personally, I'd only make two changes. I'd bring in Foden for Grealish, and I would bring, as I say, I'll bring in Calvert-Lewin for Kane. That's it. That's it. Even though as much as I want to see Johnston in goal, he should have played in the qualifying rounds. Andy says, evening, a game with two poor performing teams on Tuesday night. It will be. Yeah, absolutely, Robert. A back four, 100%. Have to have a back four as far as I'm concerned. Danny says, Mount will be still out for this one, right? Yes, he's isolating. Well, actually, that's a good question because he's supposed to be only isolating for 5 days, from what I read. So, but there's a good chance he won't be. Yeah. That's why I'm not including him in it. So yeah, that's what I would do. I would genuinely have Pickford in goal with the same back four. And yeah, where are we? Where's the what? Hang on. Just to recap. So yes, I'd have Walker out on the right, Stones and Maguire. Actually, I'd have Stones and Mings. Actually, Stones and Mings in centre back pairing with Luke Shaw at left back, Rice and Phillips as the defensive midfielders, with Foden on the right, Kane up front, and Calvert-Lewin up front, I should say. Foden, Grealish, Calvert-Lewin, and Sterling. Sterling alongside Kane. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Straight away. I really, really would. Looks like the bot isn't working, unfortunately. I need to try and sort that out. I did fix it after there, but it doesn't look like it was working. So once again, dickheads are back once again. I know he's blocked, mate. I blocked him. You blocked him. I reported him. Yeah, that word's blocked, so I don't know why it's not working. But yeah, that's the thing. So what I would that's what I would do. That's what I would do. I would have Pickford in goal, Walker at right back, Luke Shaw at left back, Mings and Stone in centre back, Rice and Phillips in the defensive midfielders, with Foden on the right. Sorry, Foden on the left, Sterling on the right, and Calvert-Lewin with Calvert-Lewin, and you'd have to. It's gonna have to. It's gonna have to be, innit? It's gonna have to be. It's gonna have to be. Yeah, and yeah, Sancho, not a bad shout actually. But yeah, either Bellingham or Sancho, one of the two. So an unorthodox 4-2-3-1, but yeah, that's what I would do. They're not timed out, Rick, mate. Yeah. Yeah, I think it is up until Monday with Mount Andy. Absolutely, I think it is, but you never know. You never know. But yeah, void possibly. So I say, guys, that's what I would do. Guys, what would you do? What would you do with the side? What side would you guys be putting out? Be interesting to see what Tommy says on it as well. Oh, here he is, evening, folks. Well, that wasn't dramatic at all, was it? Two draws, two-all draws. I got one of them right. I just didn't think it was going to be that. I thought Portugal. I honestly thought that Portugal France was going to be a draw, and it was 2-all. I called it. Rob says, I think Sancho would link with Kane better. Absolutely agreed. Very possibly. Very, very possibly. Let's have a look actually, just while we're doing that. Alright, let's just try that. So it's going to might disappear again, guys, but yeah, it's going to disappear. So Rick says I would put out the side of what you said, JP, for the Germany game. Yeah, but no, I wouldn't have Maguire in there. I wouldn't have Kane in there. They are the only two that I would drop. I really, really would, because Kane's not at it. He's absolutely not at it, and I really genuinely hope that Southgate is going to do that. That Southgate is going to have that. It's going to have that amount of balls. Quite frankly, it's going to have that amount of balls. I really, really do. I really hope he will. Because he had the balls to drop. He had the balls to drop. Rooney for the first game he was in charge of, and he needs to show those balls again. He really, genuinely needs to show those balls again. But as nobody, as usual, is listening to what I'm asking them to do, there's no comments coming in about the starting 11 that they would put in, even though I've just, you guys, so here we go, Tommy, as always. Kane seems to be dropping very deep to collect the ball, absolutely. Tommy goes 4-1-4-1 with Pickford, Walker, Stones, Maguire and Shaw, Rice, Grealish, Foden, Sancho and Calvert-Lewin. Not a bad shout, mate, to be fair. Not a bad shout. Not a bad shout whatsoever. Rick says we might need Kane in the semi-final if we get that far. Mate, we need a striker that's going to be scoring goals. He's not trying. There's something wrong with him. We were talking about this the other night when we did the watch along. You know, there's just something not right about him. He's not playing to the level that we expect him to play. He's not playing with a level. He's doing work in the midfield, which is fantastic. But at the same point, but as I say, the England versus Germany, you can't get much better than that. You really, really can't get much better than that, especially from a footballing perspective. You know, it's just, you know, as Tommy said earlier, out of the three in descending order, Germany is the easiest one to beat. And so hopefully we'll see that on Tuesday night, and hopefully you guys will be along with us as well, for that matter. Danny, hello mate, says I wouldn't start Kane, Maguire or Grealish. I'd like to see Calvert-Lewin and Sancho. Yeah, that kind of seems to be the opinion at the moment, mate. You know, I've dropped Grealish, I've dropped Kane, I've dropped Maguire. So yeah, I'd like to see Calvert-Lewin and Sancho. Yeah, absolutely, 100%. Absolutely love to see it. Tommy says missed out Bellingham alongside Foden. Bellingham, yeah, kind of a little bit. I'm in two minds about Bellingham, if I'm honest. David, hello, mate. Agreed, Kane had things on his mind. France to win it. Ali Le Bleu. Well, it's not relevant to this conversation, but thank you very much for chipping in. But yeah, no, I'm not too keen about Bellingham, if I'm completely honest with you guys. I don't know. It's just something about his play that I kind of think he's looking for things. Really don't. Yeah, I know you did, Tommy. Yeah. I'm not sure. I'm not really sure. I'm not sure with Bellingham. I'm really not. I'm really not sure with him because Andy's asked, "Do you think Southgate has the balls to drop Kane?" I don't think so. That's what I was just saying a few minutes ago, mate. While you were commenting, having a conversation with Rick. I don't think he has, but he needs to show those balls. He dropped Rooney in the first game in charge, and that's the thing. Will we get to see it? I don't know. I genuinely don't know. I I hope we will. I hope we will. But yeah, my instincts are saying he's not going to do it. I don't think he will. I really don't think he will. We'll have to wait and see, of course, and hopefully we'll be all right for the watch along on Tuesday night. Yeah, I mean, there's not much else more really to talk. It's ironic. This is the highest viewed tonight. Paul Kelly, hello mate. Kane will come good. I hope so. He's been shit so far. He really has been shit so far. Michelo says, "Good luck, England." Thank you, merci beaucoup. And he says it's all or nothing on Tuesday, and I think he will bottle it, very possibly. Tommy agrees that Kane looks distracted. John Roberts says it ain't coming home. Germany are too good. They've been massively inconsistent, mate. They've been very inconsistent. David Knight says what I do know is Kane has a big hooter. Gary Dongle says live again so soon, you spoil us. I did say for the 1000th time. This is proof of why people don't listen. Is Harry, don't put that, please. You're in timeout because of that, mate. I won't take that at all. We won't have that. Sorry. I know why, but it's just no. Come on, think about it. Paul says out of the three, I wanted Germany. But as I said, Gary, I did say at the end of the weekly live chat, we will be live to discuss the draw we get, and that's what we're doing. So yes, you are very spoilt. Three broadcasts in 2 days. Very spoilt. Subscribe. This is what I'm saying about the amount of effort I put in and the return I'm not getting, as the case would be. Shut up, Gary. Brian Williamson says, Jake. Guys, please. There's moderators in the chat here. Come on. There you go. I'll put it back to this format because there's no point having it. It's on Facebook, isn't it? So, well, Gary, you should have stayed around, mate. You should have stayed around. And do you know what? I think I'm actually just going to keep that up actually because it's, yeah. I'm gonna try and fill it out. But anyway, as we say, it's just. Rob says, "Do we know if the ref's been allocated for the game?" Guy, Rob, seriously, man, it's only literally just been drawn. Come on, have some patience. We don't know who's going to be there yet. John says, when it counts, they play better than us, though. We just pass the ball and never attempt to try and score. And when we do, it's the easiest goals. Absolutely agree with you, John. 100% agree with you. David, that's for another matter, because this is an England conversation. No West Ham stuff as it stands at the minute, because we're talking about England, so it's not relevant. But yeah. If you want to talk about that, mate, come for the weekly live chats. You've been around long enough. But yeah, it's just yeah. Well, I'm not gonna put this out. We've gone 20 minutes. There's no real. Ian says, if we can get past the Germans, the draw thereafter is looking good. It is, mate. It's going to be very, very good. We'll obviously talk about the draw as and when it comes up in more detail. But yes, it's looking very, very. The signs of potential. See, look, here we go again. Tommy says, if England can get past Germany, they are definitely on the easier side of the draw. Belgium, Italy, France, Portugal and Spain all on the other side. Absolutely agree with you, mate. Absolutely agreed. Andy, don't time out. Just hide people for that, please. Timing out means they're going to come back at some point. But yeah. Okay, so as we've got the dickheads coming in again and nobody else is talking about what we're talking about, we're going to wrap that up there. So have a good evening, guys. I'll see you Tuesday.